Hello, my friends. I have told you several times that the United Kingdom scares me. There is something in the United Kingdom that I find deeply frightening. Yet, I have lived through a civil war. I've had a gun put to my head. I've been in places where there were shootings with AK-47s, a very distinctive sound, and you had to run. And the only hope you have, really, you tell yourself the only consolation is that if I hear the whistling and I'm still here, still alive, it means it's not for me. It means I'm not dead, because you see, bullets, they have a supersonic speed. I'm not completely convinced that the people who get hit by them actually hear them. I don't know. It's just a theory like any other. But the United Kingdom, there's something about it that scares me. It's that today, just to illustrate this, I'm going to tell you a story. It's a very serious case, the case of Henry Nowak, for those who have heard about it. If not, well, I'm telling you about it today. He's an 18-year-old young man. This young man, he was outside last December, and then he was attacked. He was attacked by a Sikh. That's someone who is Indian but who follows the Sikh religion. And he hit him with a knife, a 20-centimeter long knife that he was openly carrying on him. So just so you know, in the United Kingdom, carrying bladed weapons is strictly forbidden. You can go to prison for that. You can very easily go to prison for carrying bladed weapons. There is an exception for Sikhs. They are allowed to carry a knife because it's a religious accommodation. You can even look at the stadiums. You can look at the stadiums in London like Wembley or others, and you'll see that on their website they say that Sikhs' knives are allowed. So I mean, they take away a bottle from you in a stadium. A Coke, they take away a bottle of lemonade from you, literally, but he can come in with a kitchen knife because they say it's a ceremonial knife, but there's no definition. He can go to the kitchen, take what he wants and bring it. He has the right, you don't. They also have, in particular, this is outside of our story, but just to show you a bit of the subservience, they have the right to ride motorcycles without a helmet. Why? Because they wear a turban. So can you imagine if we have to invent a helmet that goes over the turban? You know what I mean, right? Even a diver's helmet would be too small. So I'm sorry, it's just nerves. There's no intention, right? I'm going to get back to the story. No, but it's true that we're living through a completely astonishing time. If the guy, his religion says he has to walk around with an RPG-7, can you imagine? He's going to take the subway with his grenade launcher on his back like that because it's his religion. You see, we shouldn't make a fool out of people. We have women who are afraid at night. They don't even have the right to carry pepper spray with them, a pepper spray canister. They're not allowed to have it. They could end up in jail or police custody because of that. And the guy, there you go, he walks around with something like that. Nowadays, yeah, well, it's considered a religious accommodation. I mean, such a level of submission, you think this can't be possible. Anyway, let's continue the story. The young Nowak, he's British. He's a young Brit named Henry Nowak. A very neat guy, very well put together. You see, and that's the nightmare for the British authorities. It's that it didn't happen to a thug, it happened to a guy who clearly looks like a respectable guy. He was attacked with a knife. He gets stabbed 4 times by this Sikh with his religious knife. Okay. The police are called. They arrive. There's a man and a woman who show up. So 2 cops. The female cop has nails this long. Let me tell you how I know, which is incredible, Normally it's incompatible with the uniform. But hey, you'll tell me that if a biker can ride with a turban, a female cop can also be on duty with fake nails. Nothing surprises us anymore in this country. We're in complete decline. Anyway, the cops show up, and then they immediately focus on the killer because the killer tells them, I heard racist remarks. So let me tell you something. Iran is not developing a nuclear weapon. Iran is developing a racist weapon. The United Kingdom, you just have to yell at them, you're racists. I mean, you do more damage than Hiroshima, than Hiroshima. You don't need plutonium or uranium or anything else. You just need to tell them, I heard some racist remarks, and I can tell you they'll fall, they'll faint. And here's the equation the police are facing. There's a young Henri on the ground. He said 9 times, I can't breathe. He was losing their blood, his blood. He said 4 times, wow, I was stabbed. So 4 times I was stabbed, 9 times I can't breathe. He's on the ground, he's pale, and everything. Someone stands opposite them facing him. There's this guy who says, only once did I hear racist remarks. In your opinion, what will the police do? Well, between a murder in public and a suspicion of racist remarks, I mean, the racist remarks are much more serious. They go to this young man who is dying and they handcuff him. They handcuff him and there's a photo. I won't publish it, but anyone can find it across the British media. You can see this young man's hands behind his back and his hand is white. Look at my hand here. It's pink. There's blood in it. His hand is white. You would literally need a tourniquet or something for my hand to be as white as that. He bled out. And instead of helping him, instead of putting on tourniquets, instead of calling an ambulance or anything, they tie his hands behind his back and he dies tied up on the floor. While he's worried about the killer, he tells them, look, I'm hurt here. He takes him home. He takes him to the kitchen and everything. And meanwhile, the killer's mother hides the knife. His brother, his father, the whole family gets involved and comes to hide the evidence. And the police accompany the killer to the house. He sits at the kitchen table. He asks if he wants to eat something, if he feels okay, if he thinks they've taken good care of him, and so on. Such a degree of submission that doesn't exist on earth today. There's not, don't look anywhere else. You'll find that level in the United Kingdom. Elsewhere, of course, there are other countries with various problems and all, but this level of submission to ideology, and that's why I was telling you at the beginning of the video, it scares me. Personally, I believe there's always hope with the French. If you push them too far, sometimes he might, out of convenience or something else, say, yeah, okay, pretend to accept, pretend to submit and all that. But there comes a time when you're going to have trouble with him. There comes a time when he'll block the streets. There comes a time when he'll go on strike. There comes a time when he'll revolt. You see, he's regicidal by nature, actually, and all that. But in the United Kingdom, there's a degree of submission that really scares me, because you never know what kind of madness these authorities or these cops might have tomorrow, what might get into them. And then go off in a direction with no control at all and become ultra zealous, become real psychopaths. The police later tried to downplay it by saying, yeah, but you know, he didn't, the injuries were fatal. A lot of injuries are fatal if they aren't treated. It took him 67 minutes to die. I mean, a really fatal injury, he would have died in 3 minutes. 67 minutes, that means there was something that could be done. It was possible to do something. But since we didn't try, we'll never know. You see what I mean? So they didn't help him and they let him die on the floor with the handcuffs. And let me add something. Look, when we breathe, like right now I'm breathing, I use the main muscles. You see the stomach muscles, for example, the intercostal muscles, all that. It moves a little. But when we're in respiratory distress, we start using what we call accessory muscles, you know, like the SCM here in the neck, all that. There are accessory muscles and that the body will mobilize. They have other functions. You know, the SCM, for example, is used to move the head. But they're safety muscles in case of respiratory failure. The body can use them to breathe, except if you tie the person's hands behind their back. Look, try to talk with your hands, with your arms behind your back. Already, just like this, I'm already having trouble. That means I'm going to behave myself, you see. If I were tied behind my back, I would avoid talking the way I'm talking now. And over time, you feel that it's uncomfortable, you see. That's why people who are tied behind their backs usually, well, they don't become aggressive, you see. So already, if you're okay, it's fine. But if someone has an asthma attack or is choking or something else with their arms behind their back, it's a big problem. That reminds me of another story that happened in Germany in 2024 in Mannheim. It was May 31, 2024. There was a terrorist, an Afghan terrorist. He came to attack people in a public square. There was a German who came to tackle him. So he wanted to stop this terrorist attack. He came to tackle him. Both of them fell to the ground. The police were there. The police come running. What do they see? They see a German tackling an Afghan. What are they going to do? Instead of interpreting the situation based on the threat, they interpret it racially. What the cop is going to do is grab the German, he'll pull him away, he'll throw him to the ground, and he'll jump on him with all his strength. So the cop grabbed the person who was blocking the terrorist. What did the terrorist do? He took advantage of that. He came over, he hit the cop, he stabbed him. The cop died. So he was 25 or 26 years old. He died that day at the hospital. Okay, so we're really going down into hell in Europe. We're going down into hell with a submission that there's no other people on earth. I don't know many peoples on earth who do this today, nor in the past, nor peoples who did this, I don't know, 1,000 years ago or so. It doesn't exist. It's new. It's really special today. Anyway, once again, in the United Kingdom, you see, I don't know, it really scares you. It really scares you to see drones like that. That's it. Because you don't know. They have no limits. That's it. Thank you, my friends, for watching this story. If you want a spoiler, I doubt there'll be a revolution. British society was broken a long time ago. It has been broken since the time of Thatcher, who was famous for saying there is no such thing as society. There is nothing. There are only individuals. And the United Kingdom is a group of individuals disconnected from each other. Their authorities have worked on them. There has been quite a lot of social engineering to achieve this. But the United Kingdom, I don't see it as a society. There isn't really a single British people, if you will. So many divisions have been created, and that's the goal. Once the people are divided into thousands of little pieces, well, you can have one piece that's angry or that revolts or something. In that case, you send the police and calm them down. You'll never have a situation where all the pieces react together, because they have different interests, a different history, a different language, a different culture. They look in different directions. So basically, you see, you'll never have a single situation that will make everyone react at the same time. Each time there will be a small group that will react, but it's very, very easy to control. Thank you, my friends. I'm reminding you in the pinned link. I've put a pinned link for you. Take a look at it. My coaching offer will end this weekend. And then we'll see each other in the next video. See you very soon.